the audio quality is going to be way better there than it will be here, especially because I don't have my guy Jordan here, who's my producer. He's always doing all the audio and getting the camera looking good. So if this episode is blurry, it's my fault, okay? I'm the one who screwed this up.
They told me very specifically not to touch the table, so if it sucks, it's because I bumped the table.
Yeah, I mean, there you go. Now you see what happens when I bump the table. So we're going to try our best to not do that.
Right.
But anyways, we are coming at you from our ProConnect event that is happening in Phoenix. It's a cool event where we have brought in a lot of our partners from the area, and ultimately we're throwing a quick partner appreciation day. So we started off this morning with doing a hands-on PDK event, or a hands-on PDK training, refreshing people, teaching them a few other tips and tricks, getting some new techs, learning how to do all that fun stuff. We had a good lunch with a good little trade show portion where people like you guys are here giving, being able to educate people, and then you actually just finished giving a little course.
We did,
just now. So
we're happy to be here. Thank you for having us. We appreciate it.
Well, we're happy to have you here as well. So if you guys have a ProConnect coming up in your area, make sure you go and attend it. And if you don't have one in your area, you will soon enough.
Come see us.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. But today, we've got Cody with Blackwire. Blackwire is one of our awesome distributors, but they're not your normal distributor. They're kind of different, and they've created something really cool that we want to talk a lot about today. But ultimately, I want to first start off by finding out who Blackwire is before we dive into the whole cool automation stuff.
All right, fair enough.
Tell me first and foremost, who is Blackwire?
So Blackwire is a national wholesale distributor for the industry. We're based out of Phoenix, Arizona. We've been in business now. We're celebrating our 15th year, which is very awesome. So we're going to break out the cupcakes a little bit later, do a little celebration, right? We're a distributor that was started by former integrators, right? We understood what it was like to do business as an integrator. We understood what it was like to do business with a distributor. And we felt like we could make the distribution experience better, right?
That's exactly how we actually got our start too, is we were started by former integrators as well, who thought, hey, there's got to be a better access control system out there.
Right.
And they ultimately created PDK, which is a great experience, as you guys know. And so to hear that, you guys are a distributor, started the same way, it's really cool.
Yeah, and we took a different approach with it, right? We didn't want to be somebody who was just moving boxes at the end of the day, right? Because anybody can move a box. But where we wanted to excel was we wanted to find creative ways where we could offer services and programs that will save dealers time and money before and while they're at the job site, right? Because when we can do that, and that's a real tangible, direct to the bottom line benefit to the people that do business with us, and that's something that kind of sets us apart, right? We understand that you could get PDK in a number of places for authorized resellers, but we wanted to be the best place to get it for a number of reasons, right? And the same with some of the other lines that we carry. We decided that we could take a look deep into the product and figure out, okay, where are some of the things that we can do that can save an integrator time and money, and translate that to real value that can be directly impacting the bottom line in a positive way.
Yeah, no, that's a really cool way about going about the whole situation.
Yeah,
right? I mean, ultimately, partners and dealers are out there just trying to have the best positive experience possible out there, whether that's with the manufacturer that they work with, whether that's the distributor they work with. So it's really awesome to hear that you are really working with them in mind.
Yeah, PDK has been a great partner with us, and we get a lot of that same vibe, that same feeling. It's a good connection, and we wanted to make sure that our dealers had that same positive experience dealing with PDK, and not only us selling them the hardware that they need for their job, but then also for creating a solution. So we realized that there was a lot of overlap, and a lot of our dealers would do PDK and a lot of our dealers would do Control 4. And so one of the things that we decided to do was use PDK's available API and write an integration between the two systems so that they can take advantage of both systems on the same job.
Wait a second. So you're telling me that you as a distributor, you took our API and you wrote and you built a driver to connect PDK with Control 4.
That's exactly right.
I mean, that's going above and beyond, right?
It is, right? So normally you don't see a distributor do that, but that's kind of where we bring that value add to it.
Yeah.
So if an integrator has a job where they have a need to be able to take benefits from both systems and make them work together, then that's a driver that they can purchase on our website and install into their Control 4 system. After you spin up your PDK and that's working great, you spin up your Control 4 and that's working great. Now the two systems can talk to each other, and it's a two-way using the API, right? So you could do programming based on different events. Like if a certain user unlocks a door with their code or a key fob, right, their credential, then programming can happen on the Control 4 side to do automation routines, like maybe turn on some lights or open a gate or do different things. So that's an automation level that you wouldn't have on its own necessarily, right? And especially because currently Control 4 doesn't have an access control system. So why not use the best that's on the market, PDK, and give the customer the best of both worlds?
That's so cool.
Yeah.
So what type of verticals do you usually see that the PDK and the Control 4 driver are most commonly used in?
Yeah, so we're seeing this, light commercial. We see it in MDU applications, like apartments and things like that, where they may have a Control 4 system that would automate lighting or audio, video in common areas and stuff, and they'll have a PDK system to secure those areas as well, right? And then we see it in high-end residential too.
Yeah.
We have folks that want to have security cameras, they want to have an access control system to do their gates and things like that, and their exterior doors. This is a perfect marriage of the two different systems to be able to take advantage that both offer.
You're spot on there. I mean, I'm kind of a sucker for automation. I really love automating everything. In fact, we're getting my basement finished right now, and I requested certain types of cam lights that can change colors and whatnot. So that way, when I'm watching a football game, I can, if my team wins, I can start having flashing different colors and whatnot, and having all sorts of fun there. But automation is a fun way for me to geek out and really create different things to work together. And I see that is the case with a lot of people in this industry, right? We're all in the low voltage industry. We like making things happen and wiring things together to ultimately create a fun atmosphere, but something that's not just fun, but also something that's very convenient.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what this does for the end user, right? This creates a nice, friendly experience where if they do scan a badge at their gate or at a door, now everything's opening up. Maybe the lights up the driveway turn on. Maybe it will unlock their front door so that way they can just walk right into it. There's a number of different things that can happen with this, and it's so cool.
Yeah, and the nice thing about it is it runs natively inside the Control 4 interface. So you've got all the same PDK style icons that they would be expecting. They can do things like toggle a lock state. They can do alerts for like door prop events. Maybe you can play something over the speakers, right? To the door's been propped. So all those really cool, fun things, and it's a two-way driver using the secure API. One of the fun things though that you can think of, let's say you've got a high-end house and you want to do something a little bit out of the ordinary, right? Maybe they've got like a super secret bar where all the great whiskey and everything is, right? You could have a PDK and have their credential, right? And so it's like you're looking around, you present the credential and kind of the security thing, and that's tied into Control 4. It can release the door. You can have all your high-end whiskeys or something there. So there's a lot of cool things that you can do that's not the traditional gate, door, type automation. So lots of fun stuff.
A lot of fun stuff.
Yeah.
That is cool. Well, I want to talk a little bit more about Blackwire. Something that I just learned that you guys do is when I was sitting in your class just a second ago, you guys send out snacks.
We do. That's
That's
kind of our party trick.
Cool.
So because we were former integrators, we know what it's like to be on the job site. It's Friday, right, or even Monday, but you're trying to crush it. You're trying to get it done. Maybe there's change orders or just different things are going on. We know what the field is like, right? And you look up and it's 2:30, 3 o'clock. You haven't eaten since breakfast at 6 a.m., right? And maybe you're not the same person that you were in the morning, right? Maybe you're a little bit crabby, Maybe you're saying things that you normally wouldn't say, or something that your troubleshooting's taken a lot longer.
I relate way too closely to this.
So we know what that's about. So because every shipment comes with some snacks, it may be beef jerky or trail mix or Skittles or something like that, corn nuts, right? You can just go and look for the Blackwire box, right, and open the tape up, and right there is going to be your snack. So
I love this so much.
You can count on us to have something to kind of get you through the day.
I mean, so for those of you who are familiar with PDK marketing, which if you're watching this, hopefully you are, but we like to have fun with things, and we like to humanize the industry a little bit more, right? There's way too many manufacturers that kind of just have a stick up their butt and have to be way too overly professional.
Right, there's a lot of squares.
There is. So for us, we like to make sure that we are securing people and their property. This is a serious industry that we're in.
Absolutely.
But also, we're all humans. And we all are susceptible to stress, and we are susceptible to needing to be lighthearted sometimes. And you guys sending out snacks is another way of just like, we work together this way, right?
We're people too.
We are people too. This works so well, and it's just the same mentality. That I think that's a good sign of a good distributor.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you.
That's so cool. Well, thanks again for taking the time to come on, talk a little bit of automation. But how do people learn about Blackwire?
Yeah, so for more information, you can go to our website, blackwiredesigns.com. You can follow us on Instagram or Facebook, LinkedIn as well. And if you don't have an account, it's super easy to get one. Just right at the top of the page, you'll say sign up or log in if you're already a customer of ours. And be sure to check out all of our PDK and our PDK for Control 4 Driver.
Yeah, and if you want to learn any more about that too, you can also reach out to PDK and let us know that you want to learn more about how it works with Control 4, and we will get a call scheduled with somebody over there at Blackwire. We'll do a dual demo showing that whole process off. So we want to make sure that you are really using PDK to the fullest potential and really automating to make your end user's life the easiest and the best it can be.
That's right. That's what we're here to do.
Yeah. Anyways, thanks again. For those of you who have not already done so, be sure to subscribe to this podcast, give it a 5-star rating, and let us know if there's anything in particular that you're looking to learn. We'll add that to an upcoming episode. But thank you guys a ton for tuning in. We will talk to you next time.